So let me walk you guys through the goods return data entry for goods return from Mega MB and OB, both of them. We're going to use this example, which is a goods return case from MB, but it's the same for both MB and OB. So let's say you receive an email requesting goods return from this client, and these are the products: 2 of this SKU, 5 of this, and oh, is it 2 or 4? Looks like it. 1 second. It's actually 24 of the first item and 56 of the second item, all right? And let's say it is on the 7th of July we receive it via an email. We confirm with them, yep, we're going to go ahead and take it. So we're going to enter the information in here. And let me just pull up something. So the client code, which is a common client code for AR, and then it comes from this store. For the moment, we don't have the return purchase order yet. Unfortunately, we're going to leave the description empty, and let's assume the date here is, this is the current date when we confirmed with them. Down here, we'll input the SKU number as in the return purchase order. Cut and paste the names as they appear on the documents. Also EAN and SKU. This is only for printing purposes, in case we want to print out something. And let's just put in the right price. Let's say we double check already and we can confirm that this is the right price. We want to leave it in here. And then we can put the quantity, 24 of this one and 56 of this one. Now it's time to move things back to our real internal product code. Yep. Yeah, see, the price jumped. Right, so you want to copy the right price to bring it back to the right amount. Does everything looks fine at the moment? Okay, now it's time to put the entity for tax purposes. You don't have the invoice detail yet, so just leave these empty, all right? That is it. You don't tick this box, just leave it there. You haven't received the products yet. Now you save it. And let's say a few days later, on the 17th of July, we actually receive the products. So they would generally give the person who come and take the products back to us this sort of document. It's basically the goods return note with this stamp, and on it it says, yep. Oh, so it's actually they say it's the 17th here, the 7th here. Anyway, so this is the very nice return purchase order. 28 stands for the store itself, and the rest is the order number. So we got more information. Anyway, so although it says the 7th of July here, let's say, for the sake of example, on the 16th of July, we actually received the products. What we want to do is we go back to this document that we created before, open it again, and create a goods receipt note. Then we can just put in the name of the courier who bring the products back to us and save it. Oh, and actually it's the 16th. We receive it on the 16th and put it as 16th. But hold on, we don't want to do this first. I want to copy on the description, so we're going to change this first. Now that we know the return purchase order number is this, we're going to put it in. And yeah, we know the name of the person who brought back, the courier who brought back the products. We want to save this. Yep, and then we want to create a goods receipt note. See, it copies all the information. I also want to put the full name of the courier in this field. And we actually receive the product a few days later. So let's say it's actually this one. Alright, and just save it. And then next, I want to copy this number and save it again here. In that way, later on, when I look at the list of all the documents for goods return, any document with a general description that includes an NK something, I know that, okay, I don't have to chase for the products for these vouchers. Okay, let's scroll down to see what other documents we have here. All right, this is another goods receipt note from DHL, the logistics company at that time, and with all the signatures. Good. Now let's say a few days later, we receive an invoice from this client, which is this one. You see, for the moment, assume would mean we don't have the invoice yet. This is what our voucher looks like. You know, the box for the invoice number is empty. We know that we already received all the information and the products themselves, but we haven't got the invoice. Now, one day, one nice day, we get it. What do? We put in the information on this, invoice information and the dates of the invoice as well, which is the 9th of July 2020. Okay, which means we basically go in here, undo this, edit it, and put in all the information. This should be the 9th. All right. Since this is only an example, I'm gonna just delete it and show you exactly what we actually did for this one. I'm gonna delete this, and bring up what we actually did. You see, invoice information is all in here, and the invoice date is the 9th of July, whatever it says on the invoice itself. Then you got all the information as in here. In this document, the journal date for AR and the days we actually receive the products are the same. But in reality, it may not be so, Usually we confirm with them on, let's say, the 16th, then the days that we actually receive the products is usually a few days later. So that's it. Let's look at the list of everything we have for goods return for this client. See, is very well organized. For all these guys, we know the return purchase order number. We know that we already got the products, and the invoice number is stated here as well, which makes it very convenient for the person doing payment receipts if you have the invoice number in here. And goods return notes as well. Now, the reason why the description for the goods return note is so lengthy is because these guys don't give us beautiful goods return notes with specific numbers. Let's take an example. Let's say, for example, this one somewhere in early 2020. And this is it. This is the description here. As you can see, is exactly the name that I use for the file. GR, so it basically means on the 14th of February it was confirmed, and this is a big goods return note for many stores in one document. Let's open it up. See, there ain't no document number, just the days, and they basically tell us that for these products and for these stores, this is how it's allocated. And that's all we have. That's why, in order to make sense of things, I just name it the same way I name the file. So you can see that these ones, the 14th of February, they belong to the same batch. These ones, the 25th of December 2019, they belong to the same batch, and so on. And yep, that's how it is. For this one, nicely, they do have, this one seems like it stands alone. Or maybe not. Maybe it stands together with either this or this batch. Anyway, that's how it looks. Also, this notation GR was created for this file when I first confirmed with them. Once all of the related products in this document is received, all of them are received at our store, and this is like done in terms of stock. the name of the file should be changed to GRN. It's just the protocol. And ideally, each of these invoice should have all the related supporting documents with them. See? Yeah, good. We all have it. Combine them into one file with the invoice on top and supporting documents following them. Now, you may have noticed that this one got a lengthy description. It basically tells that the actual quantity of stock that was received is different from that on the AR. So this is where it's very handy to have the goods receipt note and the AR document separated like this instead of ticking this box and make them connected to each other. And so in that way you lose flexibility in terms of products. Like they have to have the same quantity and same codes, whatever. But in this case, what happened is the products were lost. So this is the story. The document on the left is the AR document, AR credit, where we confirmed with them that 47 of the first products and 25 of the second products would be returned. But in reality, we only received what? Oh, that's a lot. 6 of the first one and 10 of the second one. Oh my God. And it was our fault because our courier, when he came to the store to take the products, he didn't count the products with the supermarket stuff. He just assumed that okay, it's going to be the right quantity and carry the whole package back home, but not back home, but back to the company. And at the company, we found out that hey, we don't receive enough products. But we contacted the supermarket, but they say, well, they can't do anything about it because our courier didn't co-count the products with the warehouse staff of the supermarket, so we have to take it as it is. So in this case, in terms of AR, yes, the invoice that they issued to us, this invoice is valid, and they actually applied this amount of money based on this quantity, a lot of products, when they send payments to us. But in reality, we only receive these many products. So see, this is where it's very handy to have the AR document and the products receipt documents separated, so you have the flexibility to change the quantities when they are in fact different.